What is up, you guys? Happy New Year. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Alyssa and this is The Rubber Match, where we just talk college baseball. As you guys know, the college baseball season is going to be starting in less than 2 months, which means it is time for me to revive my series where I am predicting all 30 automatic bids for the 2024 NCAA tournament. I am so excited to be making these predictions and getting this series started for you guys. I'm so excited again for this series. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Down to second base is high. Is at second base for Coastal Carolina. Hit and through, and we are tied. Caden Grenier delivers. Oregon State is alive and well.
So like last time, I am beginning this series with the Western Athletic Conference, one of the most competitive mid-major conferences in college baseball. And last year, that conference was a complete dogfight for first place in the regular season and winning the conference tournament. And this year, it will be no different. The regular season champs for the Western Athletic Conference was Grand Canyon. The Lopes barely won this conference, going 22-7 and finishing just a half game ahead of the Sam Houston Bearcats. New head coach Greg Walls, who was a longtime assistant coach, had a lot of pressure to succeed, and they delivered, until they lost to Sam Houston during the conference tournament. At the end of last season, Grand Canyon saw 13 players enter the transfer portal. 2 key players no longer with Grand Canyon are Carson Ohl and Connor Markle. Carson Ohl is headed to Virginia Tech, and Connor Markle is headed to Arizona State. Grand Canyon does have key players returning to the lineup for 2024. Zach York, who is returning as a sophomore, hit .368 during his freshman campaign with 13 doubles, 61 RBIs, and an OPS over 1,000. Tyler Wilson is looking to finish his college career on a high note after batting .303 his junior year with 32 RBIs and an .834 OPS. Zach Gregory, also a senior, had 12 doubles and 23 RBIs. Grand Canyon gets Daniel Avatia for his junior year. In an increased role for his sophomore year, Avatia threw 82 2/3 innings, allowing 36 earned runs with 81 strikeouts and 19 walks, earning a .392 ERA. Sean Triplett, who will be a redshirt junior in 2024, had a .386 ERA, throwing 23 1/3 innings and striking out 28. In my opinion, there are so many questions for the pitching staff next year, and I cannot confidently say that they will win this conference again in 2024. The conference tournament champions were Sam Houston State. Sam Houston is no longer with the Western Athletic Conference. They now compete in Conference USA, and they are sure to contend in that conference next season. Contenders for the Western Athletic Conference include Utah Valley and Cal Baptist. Utah Valley went 16-12 in the conference last year. The majority of their starting lineup is returning, including Daniel Dickinson, a sophomore who is also first-team All-WAC, and Ethan Folks. Questions on the mound are there too, as with a lot of teams, but head coach Eddie Smith went into the transfer portal this past season looking to answer those questions. Gray Bailey, a senior from UT Arlington, and Braden Busford and Eli Sundquist, both seniors from Oregon State and North Dakota State, are coming to Utah. I think they'll be alright on the mound in 2024. Cal Baptist had quite a few people returning to the 2024 lineup who earned All-WAC honors last year, including Michael Carpentier, Mitchell Simon, and Garrett Ostrander. Cal Baptist lost their star pitcher in Liam Rocha, but they nabbed quite a few people in the portal that can hopefully replenish the staff. So for the Western Athletic Conference, I have Utah Valley winning both the regular season and conference tournament championship. I would have picked Sam Houston State to sweep this conference next year, but because they have moved to Conference USA, I can't pick them. So instead of going with my brain, because my brain is telling me to pick Grand Canyon, I am going to go with my gut and I'm going to go with Utah Valley. I feel as though Utah Valley has the tools both in the lineup and with these new guys who are going to be coming to the team and who are going to be on the mound next year. I feel like they have what it takes to take over this conference in 2024. That doesn't mean that I think that this conference is not going to be as competitive just because Sam Houston State is gone and maybe Grand Canyon is not going to be the same team that they've been for the past couple of years with Jacob Wilson. In this dogfight that's going to be the Western Athletic Conference, I feel as though Utah Valley is going to come out on top and they will earn a bid to the NCAA tournament next season. The second conference being discussed in this video is the Missouri Valley Conference. The regular season and conference tournament champions in the Missouri Valley were Indiana State. Indiana State dominated the Missouri Valley Conference last year, and they look to do it again. They had a 45-17 record overall and an astonishing 24-3 record in the Missouri Valley, earning a regional bid in the NCAA tournament. They lost to TCU in the Fort Worth Super Regional. The Sycamores got a JUCO product in Dominic Listy, who hit .375 at North Central College in 2023 with 20 RBIs, 9 doubles, and a .981 OPS. The Sycamores' entire weekend rotation needs to be replaced for the 2024 season. 3 guys to potentially look for in 2024 are Brennan Cutts, Zach Davidson, and Simon Gregerson. Brennan Cutts in 2023 as a sophomore was a midweek guy, going 43 in the third innings with a .372 ERA and 44 strikeouts. Zach Davidson will be a junior next year and threw 36 innings and had a .250 ERA while striking out 56. Simon Gregerson is also returning as a redshirt junior, throwing 25 innings with a .360 ERA while striking out 23. All 3 held opponents to an average of less than .240 last season. The Sycamores are returning a slew of their record-breaking talent for 2024 on offense. Randall Diaz is coming back as a junior, batting .297 last year with 15 doubles and 10 home runs. Luis Hernandez is also returning as a junior, while batting .291 with 18 doubles and 5 home runs last season. Mike Sears returns as a redshirt senior who hit 10 doubles and 19 home runs and earned a .952 OPS in 2023. All in all, Indiana State has a very strong lineup for 2024. However, there are a lot of questions for the weekend rotation despite the amount of options the Sycamores have. Contenders for the Missouri Valley Conference include Evansville and Southern Illinois. Evansville went 15-12 in the Missouri Valley Conference and lost to Indiana State in the conference tournament championship game. The majority of the lineup is back along with the weekend rotation, which I give extra brownie points to. Southern Illinois also went 15-12 and lost in the conference tournament to Belmont. It's the same story with Evansville, but I'm just not as confident in their returning staff. Top pitcher Jake Combs is back though. For the Missouri Valley Conference, I have Indiana State winning both the regular season and conference tournament championship, and I have them sweeping both again because there are so many pieces coming back to that lineup, and even though they have to replace that entire weekend rotation, there are so many guys that can come in and fill those weekend roles. And this is a program that got a taste of what it's like to compete in the Super Regional and to be just 2 games away from a spot in the College World Series, and I am so confident in the fact that they want to get back to that place. And I think that in this conference where they performed at such a high level above everybody else, it is possible for them to get back there, and I think that they sweep that conference en route to getting back to the NCAA tournament. The next conference up is the Big West Conference. The Big West does not host a conference tournament at the end of the regular season, so the program with the best conference record automatically earns a bid to the tournament. The regular season champs were UC San Diego. UC San Diego went 34-18 and won the Big West with a 21-9 conference record. The Tritons were a peculiar case this season and will be one next season as well. They recently made the transition from Division II to Division I, and like last year, they will not be eligible for the NCAA tournament in the event that they win the conference again because they are in a probationary period. UC San Diego returns many players for their 2024 lineup. Doyle Kane is coming back as a redshirt junior who in 2023 batted .327 with 14 doubles. Patrick Hackworth is returning as a redshirt sophomore who hit .327 with 9 doubles and earned an .870 OPS in 2023. Matt Hallback is a junior this year who batted .306, last season with 15 doubles and 5 triples. Emiliano Gonzalez is returning as a senior with 12 doubles and 4 home runs the last season. The Tritons have a slew of pitchers returning as well. Isaac Martinez returns for 2024, having thrown 57 innings last season for a 2.84 ERA while striking out 63 and holding opponents to a 2.13 batting average. Ryan Forsucci threw 53 and 2/3 innings for a 3.86 ERA and 69 strikeouts and held opponents to a 2.09 batting average. Spencer Seed as a sophomore had 14 strikeouts and 13 innings with a 3.68 ERA. Despite losing Brandon Larson and Crew Robinson, this team is still extremely strong on both sides of the ball. There's still a lot of talent returning for 2024. Contenders for the Big West include Cal State Northridge, UC Irvine, University of Hawaii, and UC Santa Barbara. Cal State Northridge went 21-9 in the Big West, finishing 3rd. They lost 12 players to the portal, most importantly Xavier Martinez and Ali Camarillo, who left for USC and Texas A&M University respectively. Most of the lineup is back and there are options. UC Irvine went 18-12 and they were my pick to finish as champions last year. I still heavily believe in this team for next year. Almost the entire lineup is back for 2024. Hawaii went 18-12 last season. They have a strong returning lineup, and I am confident in their returning staff. UC Santa Barbara also went 18-12. I really dig the fact that Hudson Barrett, Matt Ager, and Tyler Bremner are back, along with Mike Gutierrez. Despite losing Jared Sundstrom to the draft, a lot of guys are back in the lineup for 2024. For the Big West Conference, I have UC Irvine winning it this year. I picked that team last year, and as you guys can probably tell, they did not pull out the conference championship. And normally I wouldn't pick the same team 2 years in a row, but it's really hard for me to not pick this team again this year. They have so many guys returning to the lineup. I think they'll figure it out in terms of pitching, and I think that they will get back to the NCAA tournament next year. Up next, we have the America East Conference. The regular season and conference tournament champions were Maine. The Black Bears finished first in the America East and also earned a bid to the NCAA tournament, losing to Louisiana in the Coral Gables Regional. A big loss for Maine came after Jake Range transferred to the University of Houston. He hit .321 in 2023 with 14 doubles and 16 home runs with an OPS over 1,000. In terms of returning offense for Maine, 3 upperclassmen who are going to be essential to Maine's success next year are Jeremiah Jenkins, Quinn McDaniel, and Connor Goodman. Jenkins, as a sophomore, hit .365 with 12 doubles, 21 home runs, and earned a .1248 OPS. McDaniel is back for his senior year, having batted .354 with 14 doubles, 16 home runs, and had an OPS over 1,000. Goodman hit .311 last year with 8 doubles and 2 home runs. Gianni Gabardella is coming back for his sophomore year, earning a .390 ERA, throwing 57 and 2/3 innings while striking out 42. Noah Lewis is back for his senior year, throwing 85 and 1/3 innings, earning a .432 ERA with 76 strikeouts. Opponents only batted .209 against Lewis. Junior Caleb Lees threw for 71 innings last year and struck out 72. Maine, in my opinion, has not only a very strong lineup returning for 2024, but a very good pitching staff as well. Contenders for the America East include UMBC and Binghamton. UMBC went 16-8 last season in the America East. Their lineup, although not as strong as Maine, is still a threat. Their top pitcher, Luke Johnson, is back for them in 2024. Binghamton went 12-12 in the America East. Binghamton is a contender for their lineup more so than their staff. They lost in the championship game to Maine last year. In my opinion, it is a failure for the University of Maine to not only win the regular season championship, but to win the conference tournament championship as well. The second to last conference being discussed in this video is the American Athletic Conference. It is worth noting that UCF, Cincinnati, and Houston are not a part of the American Athletic Conference anymore. All of them have since moved to the Big 12. Charlotte, FAU, Rice, and UT San Antonio have now joined the American Athletic Conference after departing Conference USA. The regular season conference champs were East Carolina. East Carolina is one of the best mid-major programs in the country, and they have been over the past several years. That did not change last year, and it's likely to not change as long as they remain in this conference. They went 47-19 overall and had an 18-6 record in the American, and they lost to Virginia in the Charlottesville Regional in the NCAA tournament. East Carolina lost a high-profile transfer to the portal last season. Alec Markowitz, who will be a senior this upcoming season, had 11 doubles and 11 home runs. East Carolina gained a couple of pieces as well. The Pirates got Chris Kaler from George Washington. Kaler last season threw 85 2/3 innings with 79 strikeouts and held opponents to a .241 batting average. Drew Bryant is a grad student from Chicago, a D3 program, who threw 59 1/3 innings for a .243 ERA. Bryant had 89 strikeouts and opponents only batted 169 against him. These next four seniors are pivotal for the Pirates' success next season. Justin Wilcoxon batted .318 with 20 doubles and 9 home runs in 2023. Joey Barini batted .318 with 7 doubles and 4 home runs. Carter Cunningham batted .317 last year with 15 doubles and 10 home runs. Jacob Jenkins Stewart batted .294 with 13 doubles and 9 home runs. The pitching staff for next year looks good for the Pirates too. Trey Estevich in 2023 threw 76 innings for a .261 ERA and 105 strikeouts. Danny Beal threw 53 1/3 innings for a .270 ERA while striking out 65. East Carolina is bringing back an experienced lineup with a history of winning. I normally expect nothing less, and in the future, I never will. The conference tournament champions in the American were Tulane. I have a question for you guys. When is the last time that you've heard of a team go 8-16 in their own conference and play baseball in June? Well, there's a first for everything. 8 players committed to Tulane to play in 2024. Marcus Slime, a transfer from Milwaukee, hit 14 doubles and 3 home runs as a redshirt junior last year. Nathan Rose from Bowling Green hit 17 doubles and 6 home runs as a senior last year. And Wes Burton from Ole Miss threw 14 innings and struck out 17. And earned a .386 ERA. He held opponents to a .114 batting average. For the Waves returning offense in 2024, Brady Margette hit .303 as a sophomore with 12 doubles and 9 home runs. Teo Banks hit .301 with 11 doubles and 18 home runs, earning a .979 OPS. In conclusion, Coach Ullman spent a lot of time in that transfer portal. That pitching staff, however, is going to be their Achilles heel, and I'm not confident that they will have a better pitching staff next season. For the American Athletic Conference, I have East Carolina sweeping the entire conference. I feel like they should have done it last season, but something happened in late May for Tulane, and by some weird universe force thing, they ended up beating East Carolina in the conference tournament championship game. But I'm telling you right now, that is not going to happen next year. I think East Carolina, with the lineup that they have and the staff that they have, they are going to sweep this entire conference, and everything will be normal and everything will be the way that it's supposed to be, which is East Carolina dominating this conference in 2024. Last but not least, the last conference that we will be talking about in this video is the Big Ten. The regular season and conference tournament champions were Maryland. They went 42-21 last season and had a conference record of 17-7. They lost to George Mason in the NCAA tournament during the Winston-Salem Regional. There was a head coaching change at the end of the season. Rob Vaughn left Maryland at the end of the season to become the new head coach at the University of Alabama. Matt Swope is now the new head coach. He was a former University of Maryland baseball player, and he was the longtime assistant coach. Maryland lost a couple of impact players to the transfer portal, including Ian Petrus, who joined Vaughn at Alabama, and David Falco Jr., who is now with Wake Forest. However, Maryland went absolutely ham in the transfer portal. Sam Hajnar, a redshirt senior from Lafayette, batted .279 in 2023 with 13 doubles and 10 home runs, earning a .930 OPS that season. Ben Nardi from Catholic, which is a D2 school, batted .372 in 2023 with 11 doubles and 12 home runs. Probably the most impactful transfer Maryland got was junior Omar Melendez, who dominated the SWAC conference last year with a .252 ERA and 93 innings with 96 strikeouts, and only 27 walks while playing for Alabama State. Maryland lost quite a few bats in the lineup last year, so this year is going to be almost all new. Matt Shaw, Luke Schigler, and Nick LaRusso are just some examples. However, Eddie Hakopian is back for his senior year, batted .328 with 16 doubles and 8 home runs last season. Kevin Keister is back for his senior year too, batting .303 with 16 doubles and 10 home runs with a .934 OPS in 2023. Elijah Lambros will be a junior this year. In 2023, he batted .288 with 10 doubles and 14 home runs and had a .945 OPS. All in all, I am pleasantly surprised at the lineup that should be here for next year. However, pitching was a crutch last season and the reason they barely won the conference. It will continue to be an issue this season too. Contenders for the Big Ten include Indiana and Iowa. Indiana finished just behind Maryland with a 16-8 record in the Big Ten. They earned a bid to the NCAA tournament and lost to Kentucky in the Lexington Regional. I like the lineup and I think it looks good for 2024. I also think that they got some strong transfers during the offseason. Pitching, despite losing Luke Stennard, who was their #1 guy, looks like it'll overcome. Iowa finished 3rd in the Big Ten and lost to Indiana State in the Terre Haute Regional. Like Indiana, Iowa has a strong lineup bolstered by transfers. You already know who's back too. Brody Brecht along with Marcus Morgan and more. Head coach Rick Heller also grabbed quite a few underclassmen pitchers from the portal, guys he can have for at least 2 more years that I think will turn out to be a good decision in the long run. For the regular season championship, I have Indiana winning it. I think that they had the best shot of taking down the University of Maryland in this conference. And as you guys know, Maryland has won this conference for the past 2 years in a row. I think that they have the players on the mound and at the plate to make it happen. And then for the Big Ten Conference Tournament Championship, I have Iowa winning that. They were shut out 4-0 against Maryland in the Conference Tournament Championship. And I think that that's going to fuel that fire from within them. I think that they had the players that could possibly make a push for that regular season championship as well, but I just kind of gave the advantage to Indiana. But I do think that Iowa is capable of winning the conference tournament, and I think they'll do it. If you guys have made it to the end of this video, thank you guys so much for watching it through. I have so much fun making these predictions every single year. I have 24 more conferences to go, so stay tuned because I have 4 more videos that I have to make. They should all be out by February too. So if you guys have any opinions on the teams that I've picked to win either the regular season or conference tournament championship, or if you guys have some teams that I didn't mention in this video that could possibly make a push for those championships, make sure to leave your opinions down below. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. It really helps me out, helps my channel out, and I will let you guys go and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.